Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. In this video, I'm going to show you how to create a basic sketch block. This basic sketch block is going to help you with your creating your sketch designs. Several sketch designs can be made from this sketch block. For example, a pencil sketch, a feet and flare sketch, an airline sketch, a gorgeous sketch. So please keep on watching. So the tools that you need for this tutorial are your brown paper, your marker pen, your long ruler, your hip curve ruler, your tape measure, and of course your scissors. For the brown paper, you can actually substitute any kind of paper that you can. Some people use white paper as well. Doesn't matter. As long as you can actually see your markings very well, then just go with whatever paper you have at home. So the vital body measurements that you need are your waist. You're going to get a circumference of your waist, put that down on a piece of paper and also divide by 4. Note that down on your paper as well. Then your hip circumference, measure that, put that down. You're going to divide that number by 4 as well. Now your hip depth is your waist to your hips. You're going to note that down. It's usually between 8 or 9 inches. That is the standard. You're not going to divide that by 4. Then obviously you are going to note down your desired length. That is your waist to your hem. It's usually between 25, 26 or 27 inches. There is no division by 4. Then obviously you're going to add your seam allowance. We are using a seam allowance of 1 inch. I will show you how to add that allowance as we go along, so keep on watching. So I want to show you the tools so you can actually visualize them, especially with the hip curve ruler. So we have our 2 pieces of brown paper. You can actually make it 20 inches by 30. That should cover all you need to do. Obviously we have our marker pens. I have several to just give me different variations as I put in my size measurements and all that on the paper. And also we have a long ruler, very easy, simple long ruler. You know, it works. Then we also have a hip curve ruler. This is very important for a sketch measurement, you know, or creating your block. It's very, very good. You can see the shape. It's curvy. It has the aspect that has the higher piece of your sketch block. It shows the 8 and the 9 inches marking very well. It's very good. If you can get it, get it. If not, you would have to use another kind of ruler. Then we have our measuring tape, which is kind of standard in every sewing home, right? Then we of course have our scissors, very, very useful. Now I want to show you another ruler. If you don't have the hip curve ruler, you can use this ruler. It's a very transparent, very firm ruler. It's just called a general purpose ruler. It's used for necklines, sleeves. You can also use it for your hip curve ruler replacement. It's very good. It's very basic. You find that in any sewing shop. So I just wanted to show you so you can see. Now, so let us begin to do the construction of a sketch block. So what you're going to do, you are going to label the paper. You're going to label one piece front, then you're going to label the other piece back, because remember we are creating 2 pieces, the front and the back block. So here I am doing it. I am labeling a front and I'm going to label the other back. Front and back piece. So what you're going to do now is take your long ruler, your straight long ruler, and you are just going to draw the first line. Draw a line at the edge of your paper. draw a straight line at the edge of your paper. This straight line represents your waistline. Remember, each body measurement is being transferred to your paper. So this line represents your waistline. So draw one line across that way, see, just at the very end edge of the paper. Now, after drawing that line is actually called, you're going to label it line 1, or you can call it a waistline, whichever label you want to do. But I called mine line 1. So yes, I think I put in the line 1 there. It will make sense as we go along, you know. Then what you're going to do is measure 1 inch down from line 1. 1 inch down. Put a marking on that 1 inch measurement as you see me doing so. Put in your 1 inch marking. Then you are going to take the straight ruler again and draw another straight line. Draw a straight line, you see it? So we have 2 lines, line 1, line 2. Line 2 is 1 inch down from line 1. I'm just labeling it line 2. Now we are going to insert our hip depth measurement. That is the distance from your waistline to your hip line. That is the hip depth. Take your measurement and put it on that section. Remember, the standard is usually 8 or 9 inches. I'm putting in my own, so you determine yours and put it in there. After that, you put your marking, then you are going to draw a line from one edge of the paper to the other, a straight line across, and that line is called your hip line. Your hip line. Label hip line. Now you are going to put in your desired length measurement. You're going to start from the waistline, that the first line you drew, and put in your desired length measurement. Like I said, it can be between 25, 26, 27 inches, depending on your height and depending on how you like your skirt. So I chose 27 inches because obviously we are going to have allowance as well. So that line is your hem line. Can you see how it is? Desired length line, desired length. That is the desired length. That's it, 27 inches for me. Just wanted you to see that. So now we are going to put a marking, right, at the center fold edge of the paper. That piece where you see me putting a mark in there, you're going to put a little dot at the edge of the paper on the second line. Just put a little dot. I hope you can see it very well. Just put a little dot mark in there. That is going to help us define our waist area. Remember, the body around the waist is there's a kind of a bulge, we have curves there. So we're going to be able to create that piece on the paper, and we need to do some basic manipulation. Now we are going to insert our waist measurement that was divided by 4. Remember, at the beginning, I asked you to divide your waist circumference by 4. Insert that measurement that you got that was divided by 4. Put that on your waistline. Mark it on that first line at the edge of the paper. Now, on the next line, which was the hip line that we got, you're now going to put in your hip measurement that was divided by 4. You're going to put that value on that hip line. You're going to put that there. I'm marking it there, as you can see. Then I'm adding my 1 inch seam allowance. So that's me putting it in there. 1 inch seam allowance. I'm also going to go back and put a seam allowance on the waistline that we just did. Yes, we need to put a seam allowance. If not, it's going to be so tight for you. You don't want your skirt to be tight, right? So I've put in the seam allowance. And whenever you're cutting this, you're going to cut from that seam allowance area. So now I'm going to put a straight line to connect the hip to the desired length line, which is the hemline, You see? So I'm going to use my hip curve ruler. That's why I told you it was very vital. I'm going to find a very good spot and place it, my hip curve ruler, and I'm going to connect all the points like so. Connect all the points. See? Now, this is obviously a very basic skirt. There are some pencil skirts that are shaped very much tapered at the hem area. I'm going to show you another video at a later date on how to do that area, but this is a very basic skirt. So what I'm doing is drawing the line straight down. There's no, tapered look. It's just straight. It's very basic straight skirt. What I want you to do is understand the concept. See? Showing you the shape of a skirt. Now we are going to cut the front piece out, the shape of it. Remember, this actual, shape or cutting is for 1/4 of your body. When you place it on your fabric, you're now going to place it on the center fold of the fabric. The fabric is going to be folded, and you're going to see the shape for the 2 sides of your body. So at the moment, it looks as if it's a funny shape, but trust me, it's for just 1/4 of your body, and that is what pattern drafting is. You actually create for just 1/4 of your body, and that's the front piece created. Easy, right? Now we are going to work on the back piece. We are going to use the front piece to create the back piece. So what you need to do is on the back piece, create a 2-inch spacing on the length. Place the front piece on the back piece, right? Make sure there is a 2-inch gap before you start cutting out, because remember the 2-inch gap is going to represent your zipper for your back piece. Your back piece has the zipper, so you need to create that 2-inch gap. So I am placing the front piece on the back piece paper, and I'm creating that 2-inch gap before I start marking my back piece. The back piece will not have any curve shape. It's going to be straight because it is the back piece. The back piece waist area will not have a curve, but the front piece will have a curve. If you noticed, if you remember, I put the 2-inch line, but let us focus on the back piece now. So I'm showing you that I'm putting in the 2-inch. I'm just drawing a line. That's going to help me later. So that area is your zipper area when you cut out your back piece. So now place your front piece on your back piece. Make sure it's nicely put on the back piece. And basically you just start cutting. It's very easy, you see? It's already shaped, so your front piece is already shaped. So what you're going to do is, like I said, the 2-inch, then start cutting, and you see. So keep on cutting, follow the shape of the front piece, and voila, you have your back piece. See. I'm just folding it to help with later on when I want to use it. I'm just making it easier. So that is it, your 2 pieces. So I'm going to cut the front now eventually, and you're going to see the curve that I was talking about. The front piece is curved because we have obviously a kind of curvy front in our human body, so it's slightly curved. Now in another video I'm going to show you a technique, like you're going to add darts. In another video I'm going to show you how to add darts to help with that bulge in that area. So it's very good technique to add darts. This, like I said, this is a very basic skirt. So that's it, front, and we have the back. Is it easy, isn't it? You know, with this, you have to practice. Now, I want to show you how to place the pieces on fabric. You know, like I was talking about, we're creating for 1/4 of our body, but when you place it on the fabric, it will make sense. So I have 2 pieces of fabric, which I have pre-cut already. I'm going to show you how to place your pattern piece on the fabric. The 2 piece is folded. is folded. There's a center fold. You're going to get your piece of fabric, fold it, and place your center fold of the skirt. So I'm going to label that piece, that area is actually called the center fold. Why? Because it's usually on the center fold of any fabric. And also that is the center fold of the body. So place it there. I'm placing it there on the fabric. Remember, it's two pieces of, it's a piece of fabric that has been folded, and I'm placing the front piece of the skirt block. I'm going to cut it, and you will see. I'm placing it on the skirt block right there. Let me adjust. Yikes, looks like I was trying to cut the back at the same time, but really it should be the front. So there you go. The front piece has been cut out on the fabric. I'm going to create another video where we actually sew the skirt. I'm going to create another video where we actually sew the skirt. That will show you from construction to sewing. I'm going to create another video, so please keep on following my channel. Now the back piece. The back piece is going to be done slightly differently because we have zippers at the back. So what we are going to do is, instead of folding, because the fold is in the front, instead of folding, we are going to cut the piece, the fabric into two pieces. We're going to cut it, and you're going to see me cutting it now. We're going to cut the fabric into two pieces. It's going to represent each piece of the back piece. The back piece, placing that There you go. 2 pieces for the back. And that is it. We have created our very, very basic skirt block. I hope you enjoyed watching my channel today. Please practice, and let me know if you have any comments, suggestions, or questions. And I will see you in another video. Thank you.